To invite Courtney right now. I'm doing two things at the same time. Let's see if that works. How are you? Good morning. This is our third interview. Oh, there she is. There's Courtney. Hi.
I've had anxiety trying to get this to work. I'm like, I can't be the one that messes this up and not get on.
I just turn it on, and it was the flipped camera. I was like, oh my God, no. Anyways, how are you doing this morning?
You know, I am actually really nervous. I don't know why, but I think it's going to be good. I've been up since like 5 doing my other job, so I'm a little
Yeah.
tired, but I'm really excited. And I'm so excited I get to do this with you.
I know. Well, this is very easy. It's just you and me talk.
Yeah.
People might or might not know we actually both local in Austin, and we do know each other. She's come to my
Yes.
house to play, so there's going to be a bit more familiarity maybe in the conversation. But this is a very casual conversation, and what we want to know is, how did you get started? How did you get into this mahjong world and the beautiful mats that you create?
Yeah. So I took some bullet points because I know I'm a yapper. So if you see me
Sure,
looking down, it's because I need to keep myself on track because I can.
no
So
problem.
I went to China a couple years ago on a trip. I went just to explore and I saw a bunch of people playing Mahjong. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I saw Mahjong stores and I just never really thought anything of it and went about my trip. The day that I landed from my trip back in the US, one of my best friends texted me and she was like, hey, do you want to learn this game called Mahjong? It started in China. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And I have ADHD. I hyperfixate on hobbies. I'm sure some of you guys in Mahjong can relate to that.
Yes.
And here I am. And so that's kind of how I got into Mahjong. But what kind of inspired me to start Four Winds is, I think, a combination of three things. One, when I first started playing, there was very minimal companies out there that were my vibe. Mat related, right? I still bought all the mats, I still bought all the tiles, but I wanted something that I don't want to say felt like me because
Yeah.
that's really hard to put me in a box, but felt like just something like that was my vibe. So on top of that, I was really struggling with paying an arm and a leg and a boob, like, and I don't have any, so that's a
Yeah.
lot that I'm getting for a mat that the quality wasn't the best. And I had a couple of experiences that were just quality was really horrible. So that kind of piqued my interest. Now, when I first had this idea, the second reason, I was dating this chump at the time. And I told him this idea, and he said, no, I don't think you can do it. So,
Oh,
okay, that
how
immediately right
dare
there,
you?
right? That immediately right there told me, like, okay, I'm going to do it. Nick, he watches all my stuff. So, hi.
It's for you.
It's for you. His sister actually has one of my mats. He doesn't know
Oh,
it's, well, he must make that connection now. But so
interesting.
the third one I think is a little bit more personal. And this one, I'm almost 40. I'm going to be 40 in October. I'm not married.
You're a
I
baby.
don't, I don't have kids. I have spent much of my life showing up and celebrating milestones for others.
Mm.
And I kind of felt like maybe by creating Four Winds, it would give others a reason to celebrate me. And when I say that out loud, that
Yeah.
sounds like I sound like a loser saying that out loud, but it's like one of the reasons why I started this was like, hey, I'm not going to hit those traditional milestones
Yeah.
where, 5 years ago, I would have thought that's something was wrong with me. When in reality, it's just those milestones aren't meant for me. Other
Yeah.
milestones are created for me, like Four Winds. And so that it was like a big driving factor for me.
I love that. I feel like so many of us have this expectation of the milestones that a woman should hit.
Mhm.
And it happens that my closest friend that I've known since college is in New York. She is about closer to my age than yours. We won't say it in case she's hearing because she'll kill me. But she's also single, and she constantly has to, ask herself these questions. It's like, so that's not for me. So what is the milestone where I can feel more achievement? It's so personal. So I love that
Yes.
that you were able to find something that was like, okay, well, this is a good milestone for me. And of just got a call come in. I didn't know that that was going to stop it. It's never happened before. But I'm so happy that you have that for you, defined only for you. That's the key, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was like, oh, do I share this? Is it personal? But it is something that like I have struggled with. I mean, I struggle with it so bad that my family last year created, like, they call it Cocoa Day, so we can just celebrate me, because it's been like a big struggle in my life. But the
I
older that
know
I
there's like
get,
Mother's Day, Grandpa, but there's no Aunt Day or Uncle Day, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And so, it's taken me a long time to be comfortable with myself. And I can say within the last probably 2 years, like, I feel really comfortable with who I am, which helped me go forth with Four Winds.
that's wonderful. So
Yeah.
in this journey, share with us some of the biggest challenges and the biggest, most fulfilling parts of the business.
Yeah. So I'd say most fulfilling, I mean, definitely the people that I've met along the way, but I think it's kind of to saying that I did something, I believed in myself. Excuse me. I can come off as confident in my videos, but
You
I'm filming
do.
them in my mahjong room where no one's around and I can retake them over and over again. But I suffer really bad with imposter syndrome. I've noticed it
So
while doing
interesting.
Four Winds. In my career, I'm in a leadership role and I'm constantly in a very male dominated field. So I'm constantly questioning myself. Am I good enough? Can I do this? Should I do this? Like, I don't, maybe I'm not smart enough to do this.
I think
And
people will be shocked to hear this. And when I started getting to know you, I was like, what? But she's a total badass. And I think this is also, I think people can take this as sometimes you see somebody online, and they look like we all have multifacets, we're all having maybe that badassery is a bit of a defense mechanism that you're showing off. So
yeah,
you're protecting yourself a
yeah,
little, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, definitely. And like, so like building this passion project and a brand that is built truly on like authenticity of myself. Like I said, it's taken me years to get comfortable with who I am. Um, it is like very fulfilling for me. Putting myself out there and my stuff out there for the whole world to see is scary, but we all can do scary things. And that's what
Yes.
I've learned from it. And it's been really fulfilling for me. I'd say like a big challenge, and if I'm being really completely honest, like one of the hardest parts of all of this, and I can say production and manufacturing and like
Yeah.
mean people being crazy to me, but I think it's like learning to protect my vision. You
Mm,
know, Four Winds is my brainchild. Every design, every decision is built with intention, and because of that, I think people naturally have opinions and
yeah.
unfiltered feedback about how I should grow or
Yeah.
what I should do next. And as a recovering people pleaser, my first instinct has always been to think, well, maybe they're right,
Yeah.
maybe they do have a point, or like I should listen to them. But I've learned that listening to every voice is the fastest way to kind of lose your own.
Yeah,
Um,
lose your authenticity. Yeah, you have to take it in and you have to take some time to process, right? And then really assess, okay, what this feels authentic and right to me and why maybe it's a great idea for somebody else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And not every good idea is going to be the right idea for me in 4 months.
Exactly.
Uh, and I think sometimes it's hard for the consumer and the followers and things to understand that because they don't see the nuances in the back end of the business, or
Yeah.
or quite frankly, like what I can sustain myself. I think is
Physically do.
important. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think,
absolutely.
everything that's happened so far has happened organically. And I couldn't be more prouder than that. I've never really been interested, and I've been very vocal about like, I'm not growing a multi-billion-dollar company here.
Yes. You
And
have
I've
another
never,
full-time job. This is not your
yeah,
full-time job. Yes.
exactly. And I've never been interested in chasing growth just because that's what you're supposed to do,
Yeah.
and that also aligns with kind of hitting those milestones because society tells you that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's always
Um,
like redefining what success, not only in life, but in this new venture of business. What does that look to you? What is successful to you?
yeah.
And I think the comparison, especially online, is so hard because you see bigger brands or bigger things, and you're like, should I go for that? But always has to come back to being authentically you and ask, what do I want? What is the success I'm trying to find and not by everybody else?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing, like a big learning thing for me is, and what I've learned for certain is that the day that this stops being fun for me, I'm going to walk away. If I ever like find myself constantly second guessing my anything, or like creating out of obligation because that's what I'm supposed to do, or treating this like something I have to do rather than something I get to do,
Yeah.
then it's no longer the business or slash passion project that I've set out to build.
Yes.
I'd rather
Agree.
keep it small, intentional, and full of joy than
Yeah.
lose the very things that made me fall in love with it for the first place, you know?
I think the joy piece of it is so important. So important.
Yeah.
So you've shared some of the stuff that we didn't know about you, like your anxiety that, I know a lot of people don't. Is there anything else that maybe about you or the business that you would like us to know? Something that we don't
Yeah.
know?
So, okay, I was like, what are some things about the business that you guys don't know? But I wanted to give some fun facts about myself because
Go ahead.
the number one comment that I get or DM is like, I feel like you've lived 1,000 lives. And I have. I truly have. I could probably write a book about all my experiences. So I'm going to give you like some random fun facts that you probably would never
Go.
ever guess. Okay, so one is I in college was an intern writer on the Chelsea Handler show. So a lot of the stuff that you saw on TV was probably my work.
I see the acid humor there. I see the
Yeah.
overlap.
So that's one. Second one in college, so I could earn money for the bar. I actually worked on a shark dive boat where I was the first one to jump in the
What?
cage to make sure it was secure. I know, insane. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Um, And
That
so
is
that's a
crazy.
random fun fact. And then the third one, I was a master scuba diver and was very big into scuba diving. And I did a dive that it was more of a technical dive. You have to have be a lot more certifications to do this. Um, I dove down to 190 feet. So 190
Whoa.
feet, it is dark. And it was terrifying for me. It created a fear of open water for me. And I have never scuba dived since.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, it was. I mean, you can't see anything that deep,
That
but
sounds
it's.
terrifying.
I know it's
Wow.
terrifying.
You're
It's.
very brave. Come on, this internet thing is fine. This Instagram, if you can do
I,
that, you can do this. No problem.
I know. I know. That's funny. So, some fun facts that you guys probably didn't know.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, that sounds absolutely terrifying to me. I would
Yeah.
never. I would never. I have a little respect for the ocean. Let's put it that way. Okay, and then finally, tell us something maybe that is coming up that is exciting about the business. Something new. What's happening? What's
Yeah.
coming up for Win Social?
Yeah, so a couple things that I can share. So, starting the end of the year, January, we're going to have what we call the Forever Wins collection. It's going to be four
Interesting.
designs that are kind of built around the brand, the color palette that will forever be in stock. They will be designs that will be restocked. So this is kind
Okay.
of a little tweak. I don't restock designs, or if I do bring a design, it's not coming back the original way. But these will be a four like core mats that
Okay.
will be available.
So all year long,
All
anytime you
year
can
long,
go and
anytime.
the website and order it. Okay.
Yeah, if they sell out, we'll restock it. It's one of those collections where you don't need one of
Yeah.
each. It's like one will speak to you, and if it calls you, then it calls you. So that's coming. We have a really exciting drop for the anniversary of Four Wings, which is
Interesting.
in February. It's going to be kind of like a hunt game, Pokemon
Oh,
style
so we're
thing.
gonna have to go
So
be looking for little hints here and there.
you'll see. So that should be fun. And then I can't spill the beans on this, but we have something really exciting, which you guys probably would never expect coming March. I'll share more,
Okay.
but like just something more exciting coming down the road.
Lots
So
of things to look at. I can see some things in the back. I'm trying to read and see some mats I know, some mats I don't. So I know you said that the next drop, which will be in October,
oh,
right?
so this was my other big fear. My dog was going to bark during this,
It
and
is
he
mine
was.
too. It is.
Of
I'm in the front of my
course.
house. I mean, at any point, if there's a dog outside, it's going to be all barks. But this is
Yes.
part of real life. So,
Yes.
um,
So drop four is going to be coming mid October. It's not going to be a pre order. It's going to be a mix of more fallish. Like I've done a lot of blues. This is going to have a lot of greens in it, more
okay.
browns, just fallish colors. And then there will be one, two, three, four, five holiday designs.
Oh,
Holiday
please turn
S.
the camera around and show us. No, I know you can't,
Holiday
but I wish you
S
could.
inspired. These mats probably out of the five, one you can only use around the holidays. The rest you can
Okay.
use year round.
Okay.
Um, And those will also just launch on the site in October, ready to go. So
Awesome. I'm excited about that. So you have the third drop, the one that you had open all weekend. Those are
mhm.
coming in and shipping next month in August, right? At some point?
Yeah, they should get to us if all goes well mid-August, and then we'll start processing orders. I've
Exciting.
already, yeah, oof, I anxiety about that many orders. I think we had close to 2,000 orders for that one. So we're
Yeah.
gonna have we got a warehouse set up. I got to show you guys the warehouse. I mean, there's nothing
Well,
in
we
it
saw
right
the
now.
forklift, and somebody did comment that in your fun facts, you also forklift certified.
Yes, and you want to know a fun fact is I went around because my warehouse is in like a massive building with other warehouses. It's like a WeWork for warehouses. So I went
Yeah.
around knocking and I was like, "Hey guys, does anyone need me to do some forklift work for them? I need some practice." And these like 50-year-old men are looking at me like, "What the hell are you?" And I'm like, "I just
In
need
your
some
yoga
practice."
clothes, you were killing me with the yoga clothes. I was like, I cannot. If I wish I would have been a fly looking at that situation.
It's so funny. He follows me now on Instagram.
That is so good. That is so
So
good.
yeah.
Well, and I didn't know this, but you wrote this last time in one of the stories that I was the first one to buy a mat from you. Is that
Yes.
true?
You were the first one to buy a mat. You actually, I think I saved the message. You reached out to me and you were like, "I love these mats. What is your story? I think you're in Austin. I'm in Austin. Do you like?" And then it went from there. So you were the number one customer to
Wow.
buy
See,
the
I
mats.
have good vision. I mean, just visually, it was so clearly interesting to me. And I always, with new brands, I want to know the story because I love supporting new brands, but I really need to know where is this coming from. So I always reach out that way. But yeah, you were in Austin, and then we had wine shortly after, and then it's
Hmm.
been a great relationship. So
I know.
thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I know sometimes being camera is not comfortable, but
Hmm.
I appreciate it. And I know people will appreciate to hear you and know your badassery, but also know this other side of you. And I can't wait to get more mats in my hands. I keep on looking at the back and trying to see if I can identify them all or not. And actually, I will see you later because Courtney's coming to play in my
Yes.
house today at
Yes,
1
I
p.m. So I will
am.
see you
Yes,
later.
I am.
Thank you for the time
Awesome.
and no dog bark. Everything went well. So you did great.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I just want to say, like, you should be proud of yourself. I mean, when we met, you had
I
nothing,
know.
you have a massive, like, you are the queen of contrast and making things pop. And I couldn't be more grateful for our friendship.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.